Salute everybody. Appreciate it. So for those that don't know, as you can see from the title of the video, the title is the of the video, and what we're definitely going to be talking about today is how big money line favorites, how backing big money line favorites kill your bankroll, right? And I feel like this is a very important thing to talk about. It's a very important topic, um, and it's very, very fitting, right? So one of the most you know, constant questions that I get asked are, um, what do you think about betting large money line favorites, big, big, big money lines? And I always give people the same answer. And I've always practiced exactly what I preached from the very, very beginning. Now, me myself, I've never recommended a huge money line favorite, um, especially past a certain threshold, which for me is minus $165. A minus 165 money line favorite is pretty much the maximum I'm willing to go, right? And it's for a reason. Um, all the time people are asking me why don't you bet huge money lines? Um, and again, I will never recommend it to my members, my supporters, my followers. And this the main reason I don't is because of this. Huge money line favorites do not prove gematria correct. It has absolutely nothing to do with gematria, which is what my work is focused on. A minus 250, minus 300 money line favorite has nothing to do with scripted sports. I repeat that, all right? Not only that, so it's not furthering the work, and it has a very, very horrible ROI, which is the main focus of what I and my community do. We focus on ROI, which is return on investment. It's a business term. Get familiar with it. But again, I preach and I yell and I scream. Big money line favorites are not profitable long term. Okay? They're not profitable long term. Now, I never recommend personally a large money line favorite. Like I said, above a certain threshold, above minus 165 is out of my league. I'm not touching it. But what that really should do is highlight and show how impressive my work is, my wins are, my win streaks are, my win ratio is, and my picks really, really are. Because I stay true to those principles, it really uplifts, highlights, and magnifies how impressive my work is as an individual. Because I don't need to chase minus 200, minus 300 favorites. They're not doing absolutely anything for me or my community. All right. Now, you have so many people out there. You got fake decoders, fake handicappers that have no problem recommending minus 200, minus 250, minus 300 money line favorites all across different sports: NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. This is a very, very common practice by fake decoders and fake handicappers. And I'm going to tell you why exactly. Because it really, what it is a practice of deceit, right? So when you're recommending, or when people are paying you for a service, right, and a person is recommending a minus 200, minus 250, just basically a huge money line favorite, when an individual is recommending that, what that really is that individual's attempt, right, to deceive, inflate, and exaggerate wins, a win streak, or a win rate. I repeat, for all fake handicappers, fake decoders, recommending huge money line favorites is an act of deceit, inflation, and exaggeration. 150%. All right. It disguises a horrible win rate overall, right? So that's why you'll see so many people, handicappers, fake decoders, and so forth, have no problem recommending a minus 300 money line favorite because, 7 times out of 10, it's going to win. Or 6, not even that high. I say probably 6 out of 10. The average minus 300 money line favorite will win. I'm not exactly 100% on that math, but that's exactly why people are like comfortable recommending that, because a minus 300 money line favorite is supposed to win, right? That's the reason why they're minus 300. But one thing we all know is how many times, time in and time again, big money line favorites kill straight bets, they kill parlays, and I'm showing you guys how they kill your bankroll. Because a huge money line favorite, to bet that and get behind it, let's say you get behind a minus 300 money line favorite, okay? First of all, your return on that is horrible. Absolutely dog shit. Not only that, but when you lose a minus 300 money line favorite, or even a minus 200, minus 250 money line favorite, it's the equivalent of losing 2 to 3 even money bets, which means you have to win 3 times as much as if you're betting an even line just to break even. Now, that's not even bringing in profit, okay? So this is one of the main reasons why huge money lines kill your bankroll, especially over a long period of time. It's not sustainable, right? It does more harm than benefit you. And as I said, often, time in and time again, you see fake handicappers, you see fake decoders, you see fake sports wizards will recommend, sell, and give out huge money line favorites like minus 200, minus 250, because it is an act of deception, fraudulent wins, and exaggerated win streaks. That is the only reason people do that, is to continue to perpetuate a fraud. That is it. So and it needs to be brought to the light, because it's costing the community money. It's costing people, especially new members. And I feel bad because new people who come across this work and new people who get excited about the possibility of financial freedom, right? Of financial comfortability, they get blindsided when they back up 300 money line favorite off of the recommendation of somebody else, and it devastates them, right? You have new people coming into the community. You got new people coming across gematria, and they're being easily fooled and deceived by people who are operating under gematria umbrella, gematria cape, truth seeker umbrella, truther cape, and they're leading them down the wrong path. So I felt like this video was very, very important to highlight it, and especially today, because the biggest money line favorite on the day just cost, not in my community, because we 150% did not never bet huge money line favorites, and I've never recommended, will never recommend it. But today, the biggest money line favorite on the slate tonight was the New York Yankees versus the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. The New York Yankees were a minus $250 money line favorite, okay? And I'm just going to show it to you guys so you guys can see it, because these are the lines from today. So you got Minnesota was a high favorite. They won. New York Yankees were as high as minus 250. Okay, minus 250 money line favorite. The biggest money line on today's slate. Okay, the biggest money line, actually the two biggest money line on today's slate. The Cleveland, I'm sorry, yeah. So the Cleveland Guardians at minus 222 in game two doubleheader lost. Another big money line favorite lost, and the biggest money line favorite today of minus 250, the New York Yankees and Garrett Cole lost. Okay. So we all know that devastated people's straight bets, people's parlays, people's round robins, so on and so forth. A devastating blow to anybody who decided to retarded, be a retard and back the New York Yankees at minus 250 playing against the Tampa Bay Rays today. Devastating, right? So, and let's talk about how simple it was to really, really see what actually was going on. Now, before I talk about that, I want to say that for anybody who's new to the community or new to gematria and trying to understand it, when you're looking at a slate, right, and you're being advised by somebody, and the advice that you're being given is to take a minus 250, minus 300 money line favorite, that's not good advice. There's no day that, during the season or any season, MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, there will never be a day. Actually, pardon me, I don't want to say never. But in my eyes, there has never been a day where a minus 250, minus 300 money line favorite is the best play on the slate. That is idiotic, and that is very, very unintelligent to make that, assumption, recommendation, or even advise somebody to attack the day that specific way. Okay? As I said, a minus $250 money line favorite today, like the New York Yankees, is the equivalent of losing 2.5 even money bets. So, and rounding up, that's the equivalent of losing 3 even money bets. And that's without even, oh man, that's how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why we call it the bankroll killer. That's why we call it the tool of deception, because that's exactly what it does. As I said, I never recommend a money line favorite above minus 165. Okay? I don't need that to inflate my win streaks, my win rate, my win percentage. I don't need any of that. My numbers speak for themselves. And again, people who do this actually highlight, uplift, and magnify my work, because it looks that much more impressive, which it is. Very, very impressive, right? So if that's what you're being advised, recommended, you need to get up out of there. You need to check that, you need to ask questions. And I think that really speaks volumes about the whole in that work and that content that's being provided. If the advice that you're being given, the recommendation that you're being given is to attack a minus 300 money line favorite, you're being advised and you're being recommended the wrong way. All right. You need to ask questions, get up out of there, and ask for a refund. You need to demand more, right? There has to be standards that you as a client have, right? Because at that point, it's just going to be anarchy and all this other stuff, and people are going to get away, with all the fraudulent activity that's going on, the deception and the bullshit, right? So ask yourself this question as well: how is it that Vegas, sports books, even bookies, how is it that a team like the New York Yankees, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Golden State Warriors, right, the top teams in their respective league, how do they end up being profitable for Vegas, for online sports books, for bookies? You want to know why? Because they're bankroll killers. Over the course of a season, those teams will remain profitable for Vegas, for sports books, and for bookies. Maybe not off of your individual action, But as a whole, yes. And the reason that they're able to be profitable for that big business is because of what I'm explaining to you today. That's why. All right. So that's what you need to understand. Stop accepting lazy and incomplete work and have standards and demand standards. You know what I'm saying? So um just ask yourself that question. So like looking at today, right? The two big favorites on the day, the Cleveland Guardians in game 2 at minus 220 lost. The New York Yankees at home minus 250 lost. The two biggest favorites of the day lost, devastated bettors, devastated parlay tickets, and all other all bunch of things. Okay, so that's what you need to just for today. It's a random day to pick, but I felt like it was a very appropriate thing to speak about because the two biggest money lines on the day lost. And I had already had this idea, so you know what? It just made perfect sense to come on here and speak about it, get some feedback, and let people speak for it themselves. You know, because that it's very obvious what's going on, and people keep falling for the bait. People keep falling for the bullshit. People keep accepting, garbage and nonsense when you're paying for a service. All right, and it really is sad. You know, I feel bad for the people that are being negatively affected by it. Thankfully, that's never going to happen in my community because I have standards, strategies, and disciplines that protect myself, my members, my supporters, and my followers. And of course, down the line, people will start implementing some of the things that I've been doing for years now because that's just how it happens, right? You bring innovation, you bring new things to the table, people copy it, people plagiarize it, so on and so forth. It is what it is, right? But if I can save even one person from being destroyed or devastated from backing another minus 250, minus 300 money line favorite, I'm going to do that, or at least this video is going to be out there to try and just give people the other side to the coin and advise them the correct way, right? The correct way. There's nobody that bets as a profession. I mean, a professional bettor, a professional handicapper. There is no person on this planet that is going to recommend to you in their right frame of mind that betting and backing a minus 250, minus 300 money line favorite will be profitable over the course of an extended period of time. They're smoking something potent. All right. Either that or they just don't really care about, yourself as a client, the money you're putting out there, or your well-being, right? Because we understand the negative effects that come with this type of, those type of losses, right? A minus 300 money line loss is very devastating to your confidence, to your mindset, to your financial situation, to your mood, right? To your mental health. It has so many ripple effects, and these are the things I'm trying to protect people from. So the highlight of this and the main theme of this I want you guys to understand is big money line favorites kill the bankroll, right? There are certain situations, right, and certain riddles, obviously, from being a seasoned bettor and a seasoned decoder, right? Certain things may make sense, right? But I'm talking about as a general rule of thumb, we never back huge money line favorites. We don't need to, okay? There's no reason to have to do that unless you're trying to deceive the people, inflate your win rate and win streaks, and exaggerate your win percentage. That is the only reason a individual would make those recommendations, right? So just pay attention, people. Wake up, and as I said, demand standards as a community, as a client. Ask for more, ask questions, and rebuttal, and I feel like those will be the tools to protect, because nobody else is going to protect your bankroll. That is your job to do. It's not my job. It's not somebody else's job. Nobody's going to give up two craps about your bankroll. So you need to take it upon yourself to protect your bankroll. And the best way to do that is be very, very cautious of who you're being advised by and what the advice is, right? Don't just take it on the surface. Dig a little deeper. Ask a couple questions, right? It makes a lot of sense. What I'm saying makes sense. All right. The people, the sharps, the veterans, the sharks, the people that have been here for a long time, and people that do this as a profession and take it serious and attack it like a business, fully get what I'm saying. All right. So that's what I came out here to see. And just speaking about this game specifically, right? I'll bring it up and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So we can see exactly how this game was decoded. Very, very simply, anybody, the average person, should have been able to see exactly what was going on with this game. But I'll break it down for you guys just so you know. All right? Just so you can see. I'll bring it up. And I'm going to put the, hold on. I'm going to put the link for anybody that wants to jump up and give some, some of their points or their, they want to make some additions to the conversation. The link will be right here so people could jump up. All right. Anybody wants to come up and chat with your boy, I will be letting people come up in a couple of minutes, but I'm going to show you guys how simple it was to look at this game. The biggest money line favorite today, and you should have been able to understand why this was 100% a stay away game. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so as you guys can see right here, right, the Tampa Bay Rays, the biggest underdog on today's slate, defeated the New York Yankees 4-0, right? And the decode was very simple. So as you guys can see, I'm highlighting right here. Hold on. The Tampa Bay Rays with a win today became 4-7 on the season versus the Yankees, like the number 47, right? So Tampa with a win today became 4-7 versus the New York Yankees. And that's all I have to show you guys. And I'm going to tell you why. So let me bring up the calculator and tell you why that's important. Okay. So Tampa Bay today with a win became 4-7 versus the Yankees, right? Tampa Bay equals 47 in reverse full reduction, okay? 47 is the 15th prime number. Today is the 15th day of the month. It's also Monday, which is named after the moon, which equals 15. That's all you needed to see to understand that the New York Yankees, as a minus 250, minus 260 money line favorite, was a horrible recommendation, was horrible advice, and was 100% a stay away game in respect to the New York Yankees money line. Now, if the Tampa Bay Rays became 4-7 against the Yankees, that means the Yankees have now became 7-4 versus the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Well, Tampa Bay Rays equals 74. Okay. So that is the simplicity of what today should have looked like. So again, I show that to highlight the fact that huge money line favorites continue to be bankroll killers. They continue to be tools of deceivers, of frauds, of fake sports handicappers, fake decoders, fake bettors, and there's no reason, no logical reason that on any given day when you have 15 Major League Baseball games to choose from, that your advice and your 100% confident pick would be a minus 300 money line favorite. I think that would speak volumes about the individual, about the work, and about the mindset So I bring that to bring this stuff to the light, and hopefully you guys learn from it. Hopefully you guys appreciate it, because no one else is on this platform giving you guys these inside knowledge, right? Nobody else really gives a fuck about if your bankroll continues to grow. Nobody cares about profitability. Nobody cares about positivity and progression. Nobody, right? That is your responsibility and yours alone. But I'm still on here preaching it, providing it, and publishing the content that hopefully will help you. Okay, even on a most basic level. So thank you guys for joining me. We're gonna tap in with the chat real quick and see what's going on. Salute, salute, salute. Kid Ballin, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Edward, I appreciate you stopping by. Salute, salute, salute. About to listen to that. I got John Montoya, thank you for stopping in. Lamonte, appreciate the support, brother. Thank you very much. Exactly. Terrence, it's another example. I don't know what advice you got or what made you decide to go with the Yankees, but rest in peace to all that money, and I really, really feel bad. Not because of anything that I said or told you or advised you, but obviously you're getting your advice from somewhere else. So, Mr. Mobor, salute. Big congrats. Facts. Thank you. Salute to you. Thank you very much. So I just subscribed to you last night after watching that live feed. Glad to be here. Ready to learn more from you. Thanks for all the work you put in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it and welcome. What's up, Victor? Shout out to Perez. You already know what it is. Cheers, cheers, cheers. JDW says, finally someone says it. Yeah, it's about time, man. It's about time. A lot of shit was going under the radar. People were getting away with it. A lot of bozos and frauds out there. So we keeping it a buck, as we always do. Good work and lessons. I will do that. Thank you, Perez. Thank you very much. Chris Sosa's in the building. Congrats to all the winners. Cheers, amazing month so far. Vic steady dropping gems. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. We outside 9/11. Yeah, big facts. I look forward to meeting you guys, meeting the members, meeting everybody. So salute and thank you. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Nice way to look at this. Exactly. Right. The mindset, the advice. Hopefully you guys appreciate it. Appreciate you as well. Thank you for stopping in. Great advice today. Thank you, Terrence. No problem. Hopefully it'll help you in the future. Hopefully it'll help everybody, right? This video is really, really for the public. And it's really, because I named my platform Flipping the Script for a reason, right? That was my whole entire motive. And really, really the theme of what I wanted to do was actually flip the script on the controllers, the people that are in the power positions, right? The wealthy positions, the people that control these sports leagues, every aspect of, about people that are, negatively affected by sports betting, so on and so forth. So it's really about protecting people's bankrolls, positivity and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys appreciate the information. Salute, congratulations, cheers, and all that. And shout out to Mr.SOLE in the building once again. Link is in the description. And we're gonna keep doing what we do, man. Working every single day behind the scenes. Even on a day like today, there's still things to be learned. Observations to take into consideration moving forward. Things that will prepare you and put you in a better position for every future, every future game or situation. So you guys already know, man. Cheers, congratulations, thank you for stopping by. I was hoping that we had somebody that wanted to jump on and give some additional perspective, or just add to the conversation. But I guess you guys don't want to do it, so that's fine. I wanted to decode a certain game. What are the first thing I need to look for, and how do I know what to look for, what to worry about? Well, Mr. Montana, you could reach out to me personally, and I can kind of advise you on certain things on a basic level that you might want to pay attention to. So no problem doing that. Reach out to me on my social medias, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You know what I mean? So thank you for your hard work. No, appreciate it, man. Thank you right back. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like it was the most appropriate thing to do. Just focusing on the fact that the two biggest money line favorites today lost, and it made perfect sense to just bring this to the forefront and highlight it, because these are some of the reasons why um, I never recommend a big money line favorite, right? So makes perfect sense. All you gotta do is put it together, put the pieces together, just see, pay attention to what I'm saying and the reasons why, and it'll all add up, to a great reasoning and recipe for success. So cheers. Rick James, thank you for stopping by. Cheers and salute. Thank you for stopping by. Looks like we do got somebody in the building. Let's bring up Lamonte and see what he got to say. Appreciate you for joining us, brother. Uh, Salute. Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, coming through loud and clear, brother.
I apologize about the background noise. I'm a truck driver, so I drive at nighttime. But I just want to say thank you to you, Victor, because you 6-2 last week, 3 underdogs, 6-2 the week before, 3 underdogs, 6-1 the week before that. Tonight's game was the Marlins, which was an underdog, plus 130. My game yesterday was Arizona, plus 120. So I'm seeing the slate good, man. Everything that you taught me, I'm applying it. So any of y'all that's listening, that you struggling with your decodes, I usually work at it like 2 hours every day. I just sit down, I dedicate 2 hours to it, and it's been about 4 months now, and I'm starting to get better at it.
That's what's up, man. And 4 months is a good sample size to sit back and just reflect on just the results you've been having. And the results that you're telling me that I heard you just say in the background, that's very, very positive. Obviously the bankroll is building up, and you're having a good success rate when it comes to underdogs, which is really, really important, because those are the situations that have the best ROI. And I'm glad that you're applying the work, from your position. And it's just an example on my effort to really teach it to people. It's not just about giving out a pick. It really is about giving people the tools to take it even a step further and attack additional games besides what I'm really focused on.
Yep, and to anybody listening, he gives consultations. I've been on about 2 or 3 of them with him. Usually, I ask him questions that's not even really related to the games, where he'll offer me insight as far as just small little things that you could do. Like one of the things that I've been doing that been actually hurting my progress is playing too many parlays or putting too much money on parlays. Like one thing that Victor preaches is just finding the best game on the slate and sticking with that game. And when I do that, the bankroll goes up. When I sometimes we feel invincible if you hit bet like 40-50 bucks on a single game, or I might put 10-15 bucks on a parlay. But if I hit 5 games in a row, you know what I mean? I might bet $100 on a single game, and I might bet $60 on a 2 or 3 team parlay. That's when you get yourself in trouble. I think you should just stay steady, and maybe like 3 to 5% of your bankroll on a single play, and 1% or less on a parlay. And I think that's been working for me to move forward.
Yeah, no, I think that's solid advice. The parlay thing is definitely, it's an avenue to definitely get some great ROI on your investment. But we always preach like small investments in parlays, because we do know that parlays are the thing that built Vegas. They are the thing that continues to supply and build bookies all over the world, build these sports books and online casinos. So we do understand the negative thing that comes with betting parlays and stuff like that. But there is a way in which to do it, and I feel like what you just said is probably the best way to do it. Small investment.
Yep. So I just wanted to tell you that it's working, man. And to anybody that want to learn how to do it, he gives us the skeleton to look at, to where you can look at the things that he looks for, and you can kind of build your own system around it. I look at a couple of things that he might not look at, but for the most part, I'm looking at probably 90% of everything that he told us to look for. So, and I'm having success with it.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I've been getting some real positive feedback from you and other people who are actually applying the work. And it's really, that's the reason why I continue to move forward and really continue to work as hard as I do, because it's really having a positive impact on what you would say was losing bettors before they came across my work, right? So that really is something that continues to inspire me every single day.
Hey, I'm looking forward to meeting you, man. I might not be able to get with you guys on 9/11 because I work third shift, so daytime is kind of a problem for me. But I know you always in Atlantic City, man. You know I'm a Philly guy. I live in South Jersey now. So whenever you in Atlantic City, man, just shoot me a message. I would like to come over there and shake your hand, brother.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. We're gonna make it happen. That's a fact. I didn't know you were so close. So yeah, no, I'll definitely reach out to you on Instagram. That's a fact.
Yep, Philly is about 45 minutes from AC. South Jersey, where I'm at, is about 35 minutes. You know, so you over there, I would like to shake your hand, man, and maybe I could tell you some things I'm thinking about for the games on the slate.
Nah, that's a fact. Yeah, no, we definitely, man. I'll keep that in mind. And because it's really, really random the way in which I decide to go attack things. It's at I really, really make my decisions depending on the schedule and stuff like that. So it's really, really at the moment type of thing. But if I could give you a heads up, I will, and I would definitely like to meet you as well. That'd be nice.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming on and sharing that experience with us. And for everybody who's recently come across this work or a little bit skeptical, this individual has been able to turn things around. And if you heard the numbers that he just gave over the phone call, it's those are top 1% handicap numbers right there. So salute to you, brother.
Thank you, man.
All right, we'll speak soon, definitely.
All right.
All right, take care. All right, so it looks like we got somebody else in the room as well. Bring them on up. Khalif, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Am I coming in?
Yeah, you're coming in. It's a little bit choppy though.
Let me see. How's this?
Yeah, you good now. You good now. What's up, brother?
How you doing, my brother? I'm awesome. I'm awesome. How you living, man? It's good to see you again. Speak to you.
Right, yeah, it's been a little minute. That's a fact.
No, man. I just been behind the scenes watching, laying down action, looking at games myself. I'm just finding that I'll call it burnout with decoding games. So I kind of see where you say that people don't realize like how much goes into breaking them down. I just wanted from your perspective to kind of see how you go about attacking the games to decode. But I'm finding like I'm staying with games, that aren't over the minus 65, and I attack looking at those, and I even reached out to you at times with kind of some of my insights on them.
Yeah.
But someday that may be like 9 to 12 games, right? I kind of want to see if there's something to see, like, when you have the many games on a slate, some of them that you may throw out, to kind of get down to the ones you think are the best instead of decoding 15, or is it you're decoding those 15 that somebody's on the slate? Like, kind of your thoughts on that to kind of not get burnt out with decoding too many games.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Because in order for you to be able to identify the best game in your opinion based off of the numbers, then you have to decode, every single game. But being as though we don't necessarily attack these huge money line favorites, but we do still pay attention to the potential underdog on the other side of that line, right? So you still have to decode that game. I would say, just feel comfortable in, taking a couple of days off, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's really the recipe that I advise anybody who's really, really feeling burnt out or, feeling like overwhelmed by the amount of work that comes with decoding the games. Kick your feet up for a couple of days and don't be worried about missing, an underdog or a bet, because, we have the luxury of every single day there's another 12 to 15 games that's going to be on, bro. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's no rush. And honestly, forcing yourself to decode games when you're not really in it is not beneficial to you.
Right. Yeah, and I've noticed that like I mean, there's been days where I decoded, felt good about the decodes, and I remember one day in particular, I decoded maybe 10 games, felt good about 5 of them, and all 5 hit. You know, so there's something to that where if your head's in it, you gotta just like say force in place, because that can be one of the worst things, or feeling what is it the acronym FOMO, having to place a bet or having to decode every single day. Just like you said, you get into a place where you think you might miss, where that's probably not a good place to put yourself in mentally, before or as you're decoding these games.
Yeah, man, a day off could be profitable. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the perspective
Yeah,
and the
for
way that
sure.
yeah, it's all about how you look at it. But yeah, man, I preach that all the time. I still get some type of, I say backlash about it when I take a day off or whatever the case may be. But it's never gonna derail me, from the way I decide to attack games or the way that I decide to attack the schedule. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, man, I definitely give it back to you and champion you, digging down and trying to decode these things myself. I just can only imagine, what you're going through, because you got the experience with handicapping, pragmatria. So I can only imagine with this being another layer of stuff to look at. I mean, there's just so much stuff to look at. I reach out to you. There may be some stuff I miss,
Yep,
and just like the last I said, there may be some stuff that he looks at that you don't. There may be some stuff you look at that he doesn't. I mean, there's just so many different ways to attack them, that, and I definitely give it up to you just with the consistency and just building in the fail safes, the stop losses, with taking days off or just having observation days, can be really profitable, just in the sense that, I may have decoded a game, you send out a observation, and that locks up, what I was going to decide to do, or make me second look and just, hold off, man, and protect the bankroll that day.
exactly, bro. And that's really the thing people need to realize. I appreciate that you're able to understand some of the things that I implement that really try to protect us from, like they try to minimize whatever losses we might incur, right? Because obviously we're never going to be 100% all the time, but I do have things that I implement and put in place so that when we do lose, it's very minimal, and we're protected by the amount of wins that we have, and it's what
Yeah.
the way we decide to attack the wins as well. So yeah, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
and yeah, like with the Ray Liotta thing, man, it's just, that's one piece that, if like me personally, I try to stay away from the news,
Yeah,
but in some aspects, it's kind of advantageous to hear to street news or movies and shit like that that's being released, because it all ties in. You may decode something and it looks good from, just looking at sports numbers, but that Field of Dreams situation, if you're not hip, that was free money.
definitely free money. Definitely free money. And shout out to Zach. I believe he was like the first person that put it out, and anybody that follows Zach or his work should have been on top of that game, because, like you said, it definitely was free money. It was a great line. It was a great game to attack, and just everything built around it. What are the chances that that specific win could be picked up, correlating to that that situation with Ray Liotta? It's very small percentage. So obviously, and we saw the result of that game. It was pretty clear cut. So.
Yeah, no, that, and I think a few months back with the Michael Jordan situation, where it was like, I think a 3 or 4 game run, like, it's
Yep.
like
And
stuff
shout out to
like
Zach.
that.
Shout out to Zach again. That was something that Zach gave out before everybody jumped on it. Like, after 3 or 4 games, when it became so obvious, that there was no
Right.
way not to jump on it. Zach gave it away about almost 10 days in advance about the potential of what was going to happen. And You know, that's really the uniqueness of what he does, bro. Like he doesn't even really have to be in tune specifically with a sport, but he's got so much built-in experience and knowledge about the numbers, you know, that he was able to give people, I believe it was 5 games, you know, 4 or 5 home games in a row, the outcome that
Yep.
was going to happen, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always salute to Zach, man. Definitely appreciate his work.
Yeah, no, I mean you guys are both juggernauts in your own right, and I mean you always give it back to him, and I found him through you just on those calls. You were consistently calling in. I'm like, man, let me check this guy out. Um, I'm betting anyway and losing, so I might as well tap in to see what's going on, to see if I can get some consistency up and get rid of the fear monster, start decoding some of these things myself. And I'm just like, I mean, easy is definitely not the word, but definitely more confident, when I'm looking at something to, give it the weight glove to make sure it's something to pursue, or if I'm just chasing, just like the last guy said, parlays, those are very enticing. Got away from those,
Yep.
or the big money lines, and understanding, those aren't the way to go, because they're just with the marketing, man. The push notifications they send you, it's all geared towards just donating money. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. You know, it's a big business and it works for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If there was any type of legitimacy to sports in general, there's no way that Vegas would be able to be profitable every single year. It's an impossibility if it was legit competition. So that's the easiest part to understand right there.
thank you. No, 100%, and oh, it's just being able to identify, so you know what you're actually up against. And like the last time I spoke with you, man, that video you put up just kind of explaining how Vegas looks at bettors, was a huge eye opener, and makes me appreciate this knowledge that much more, because it definitely keeps you safe.
Yep.
Keeps you safe. And I got friends that I tell them, I'm like, check this guy out. And they're just on my back, like, oh man, gambling, betting, blah blah blah. And I'm definitely winning more than I'm taking losses on days that I probably took a taking a day off. That's just been so helpful to me in understanding that, money that you don't lay down action on and sit out for the day, I mean, it's still profit.
Yep. Definitely.
But
Yeah,
that's that's to my point, and I figured it wasn't a bad thing to coach games. I just the huge tip is the -65. Staying underneath that with the games that I am taking a look at. Down on the games and not really worrying too much about the huge money line swings.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. That's the thing. You're not going to be able to catch every single thing because, like today, for example, today, like I love the Philadelphia Phillies to win today, right? But they were -175,
Yep.
-180. So I'm not going to recommend that game because I'm going to stay true to what I started with, my strategies, and it goes beyond the -165. So I'm not going to recommend it. Um, but Philadelphia took care of business, won the game 4-3, and it would have been another possible win for me. But I don't have to chase -180, -190 money line favorites. I refuse to do it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, even when you kind of stay within the range within reason, they pull the rug sometimes, and
Exactly.
it's just understanding that, and that's a lot for the new people. Once they get around for a while, I think they kind of back off, and it's kind of the newer people that are kind of on you to kick off. But if you've been around for a while, you understand when Vic's chilling for a couple of days, you should too.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, to each his own. You know, people still, even when I take some days off, people still tap in with me. People still message, and you know, I get back to people as quick as I can. But you know, I do. I am a normal person as well. I do enjoy personal time to myself and my family. You know, but I understand kind of what I signed up for, so I try to find a balance. You know what I mean? As best as I could.
No, no, for sure, and that's the thing. And I learned, you know, I'm in business, and I know when you have a program that you adhere to, you always gonna have people that try to get you to tailor your program to them, and that's, you know, not how you build things,
Exactly.
for sure. And I can't stress myself to be at my best, because you gotta put some action out. Like I completely understand that and appreciate you not being pushed or forced, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty hard headed, so you know, I'll never let one individual, you know, is it a troll or whatever. I'll never let one person kind of like force me to make a play and then put, you know, put the community at risk on myself. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem dealing with kicking people out or blocking people, whatever the case may be. If you don't understand the reason why I do certain things, then I'm perfectly okay with you finding another community or person to support. That's fine. It is what it is.
No, I appreciate you. I don't want. I know it's I think I'm on the same time zone as you, and we're just crossing over midnight. So I don't want to keep you
Yeah,
too long. I definitely want to pop back in. Appreciate you for continuing to do what you do. Hopefully next month some things fall in place for me, and I can time up getting back upstate and maybe zipping down and seeing you guys on 11.
yeah, man, that'd be awesome, man. We're trying to make it like a real big event, and you know, I'm imploring anybody who can get out there to come meet us, come spend some time, come, you know, conversate with like-minded people, and take a day off from sports, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I
No,
look forward to
100%.
possibly meeting people in real life. That'd be awesome. Definitely.
No, I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, bro. And have a good night. I appreciate the support.
No, thank you.
No problem. Cheers.
Peace.
Appreciate that individual as well. Very familiar with you know, with him and his support is definitely appreciated. And thank you everybody for, you know, for tuning into the video and supporting the work, clicking the like and all that. Again, hopefully this video helps you or makes you at least think moving forward. I don't want to make it too long because, you know, when people see that it's too long, they kind of get intimidated not to watch it. So we'll keep it under an hour. And I want to say thank you once again. And as we love to say in this community, Gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. Thank you for all the people that genuinely support me and help, you know, promote me and push me forward. My family, my loved ones, my wife, my brother, my mother, my close friends and family, especially King Fabi, aka the King of England, aka the Gematria mascot, aka a man's best friend. So on that note, I'm gonna get up out of here. Gotta get back to work. I'll see you guys next time, and uh, hopefully this video could get a little bit of traction. Maybe go semi-viral. I don't know, but check out my social medias. Check out what I'm putting out on Twitter, Instagram, and everything like that. So salute to you guys.